Hey guys, so after a long day of Matt and Wessing, we're heading to our community theater,
which we've talked about tons of times.
Which we've talked about before. Our sister performs there. Well, Fiddler on the Roof is playing. Brain fart, sorry.
Yeah, long one.
Fiddler on the Roof is showing there. We know several people in it, one of which is one of our actors in our haunted house, Brian. We've talked about him before. He's like our actor coordinator. Like, he's pretty much finding us the people who are interested in scaring in the haunt, and pretty much, I mean, and then we get in contact with him like that. So that's what we're gonna go see. We're gonna go see Fiddler on the Roof. It should be fun, because the last time we saw like a famous musical at this theater, it was really darn good.
Yeah.
So anyways,
and another, just give shout outs to another one of our friends, Kyle Johnson. We've known this kid we've known this man since first grade, and he's absolutely hilarious. And he's a big Potter fan like we are.
He's a big movie fan in general.
He's a huge movie buff.
Like, he's like, when he talks about a movie on Facebook, we'll see it, because like we trust. Okay, slow down. 25 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I've been drinking.
Pray.
Riri. Anyway, so yeah, that's what we're doing tonight.
Anyways, yeah, so this is Old Town again. Fun stuff. There's the theater. Not there, right there. There's the theater. Looks like a big old barn. Anyways.
It's hot.
So hey, you guys, we're at the theater. You might not be able to hear me, but Jeremy will talk, yeah.
You talk and move your mouth, okay?
Hey guys, we're here at the theater. We're in the front row, and yeah, we're gonna show you the stage real quick. And it's cool because they have a live orchestra. Hello. So I am going to meet Zach on his dinner break. He goes to dinner in about 15 minutes, so I'm gonna drive over there and hang out with him for a little bit, and then run to Walmart to get some stuff, and hopefully we can keep this non-hunt related. I know, right? Because I'm really anxious and eager after a little bit of a conversation with my cousin, who's like the resident like family YouTuber, like really into it and has a lot of good advice for me and Zach. Anyway, I'm really anxious to start getting content up on the alternate channel, because it's not hard to get content on the alternate. Well, that's not really because I want to get more people there watching and enjoying other things besides haunt stuff, because, you know, me and Zach, although we do something haunt related every day, we still do things that aren't haunt related, or talk about things that are, you know, mildly humorous and entertaining. So yeah, so that's what this is. So hopefully me and Zach can go sit through a meal, and maybe something funny will happen, and it'll go up, and just want as much content as we can get. And then, like I said in the other video, we can start attracting more than just haunted house folk to our little world that we've created for ourselves. I found Zach. That food smells good now that I'm sitting here, like cooling off and not sweating. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm hungry. But Jack in the Box just. Oh, so I had Alberto's today. Like, me and Andy, me and my friend Andy at work today, we were, I'm gonna just look at Zach so it doesn't look like I'm speaking to an inanimate object in public. So anyway, me and Andy were at work, right? You know, work. Anyway, so Andy's like, dude, I kind of want to eat something that's just nasty. I'm like, well, let's go to Alberto's then. Worst carne asada fries in town. And so we go there, and he pays. But I haven't ordered carne asada fries from there in so long. For those that don't know, carne asada fries is French fries, carne asada, and cheese. And depending on the place, it's sour cream and guacamole, or just guacamole, or just sour cream. Pico de gallo sometimes, or sometimes pico de gallo. Anyway, so I go, and I haven't ordered them from there in so long, and I'm so used to ordering them from Primos that I just said, oh, can I just get the regular carne asada fries? And I get there, and there's no sour cream. And I'm like, okay, whatever, I can live without sour cream. The sour cream masks the taste of how horrible that carne asada is so much. Like, I got like 3 or 4 bites, and the meat just tasted old and soggy, and it's like, geez, that sour cream does
a lot. So anyway, this was at Alberto's, or formerly Alberto's. Now it's Vincent Teo's, but it's Alberto's, and it's in a gas station, which, you know, but it's in the mall parking lot. It's open 24 hours. They used to be pretty decent, but they've gone really downhill since they changed owners. Like, it's midnight and you're kind of hungry. It's like, let's go to Alberto's. It's like the only, I mean, the whole like bar scene in Temecula is only a few years old. So there's a, you know, we live in cookie cutter town. So come 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, everywhere's closed except Alberto's. So if you have like a late night hunger, that's where we're going. It was good. Not recently. So it was a big mistake. I felt like death the rest of the time.
And you're running on 2 hours sleep.
Yeah, and after the play, which we totally should talk about. After the play, which was totally, oh yeah, let's take a minute. So we saw Fiddler last night.
Turn off, turn back on. We'll talk.
So anyway, we saw Fiddler last night, and it was amazingly awesome. Once again, for a community theater, it was really, really good. And if you live in town or the area, definitely go see him. It was awesome, absolutely awesome. And I'm totally crushing on one of the girls in the cast, but that's another story. What did you think of it?
I really liked it.
Like,
I'm really hungry, so I'm not gonna much to say right now.
We had never seen Fiddler on stage before, only the movie. So it was really freaking awesome. And during the dream sequence, there was this lady on stilts, and like, she's totally hired for the haunted house if she wants. But anyway, so after that, we ended up going out with our friend Brian and a bunch of the cast, Kyle Johnson, TGI Fridays. And I worked 4 this morning, and we didn't get home till like 1:45. And I went to work, and I was a zombie the rest of the day. Not the good kind, like the bad kind, like a corporate zombie.
Let's tell them about the drummer.
Oh yeah, so and actually, like, oh, I'll tell you that in a minute, but me and, like most of you know, me and Zach marching band in high school, and we both played our instruments since the 5th grade. And so we're sitting there, and some guy behind us is talking very loud about how he just got off drum. He was in drum corps. He just got off tour, and how we thought, you know, it was so hardcore being, you know, spending 3 months on a bus and blah 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 blah. Like, just bragging to anyone that would listen, pretty much. And it wasn't the fact he was talking about drum corps. It was the fact he was being like a pretentious douchebag about it. Which turns out like a lot of drum corps people act like that. Anyway. So he, during the play, starts drumming on his knees very, very obnoxiously. And, well, I mean, we didn't tell him to stop or anything, but he was just doing it. And then I ended up Facebooking about it just because it's like, I don't know, I was just ranting a little bit, and people start commenting on it, and, you know, some people got a little upset about it, and I wasn't trying to be disrespectful to drum corps people. Like, I know they're not all bad. This guy was just being rude and inconsiderate and douchebag. We're in a freaking theater watching a play, and you're gonna start drumming on your legs like that loud, and it's not just like, you know, random tapping. It was like so annoying. It's like, out of all the people we've ever known that's been in drum corps, it's sad to say the majority are douchebags. I mean, there's maybe not even, I could count on one hand the people I know in drum corps that didn't turn out to be douchebags. Yeah, and I can say them all by name right now.
Yeah, you should, just in case they watch this.
Natalie, Kelly Minor, Jake Simon, Jessica O'Donnell, and 5, Taylor Hatfield. So there's 5 people that I know.
Yeah, and it's just the fact that,
I mean, like me and Jeremy said, when we don't like something, we know a lot about the subject we don't like. I mean, it's not just like we're like we don't know what drum corps is, we don't know what goes into it, and we don't know when we know. I mean, but I have the utmost respect for sacrificing an entire summer and working your ass off for a show, because I get it. But for some reason, people just turn out douchey for some reason. They think they're better than everybody else because you're fine. They're in drum corps. It's like, and that's what gets us. It's all like, you know, and it's not just drum corps people. It's people. I mean, yeah, it could be applied to always think they're better than everyone else, and that's what bothers us. I mean, because like, look at me and Jeremy. We do not at all. We think we're the best at haunted house building. We'd be the first to admit that. We're kind of sucky at it. Yeah. I mean, we just do things our own way, and I think that's what people like about it. But, you know, we don't go around, you know, telling other people, like, oh, no, that's wrong. I mean, people ask us for advice. We'll give them advice, but, like, for instance, someone emailed me on YouTube saying, like, he was going to do his first haunt. Oh, yeah. It's like, what do you think I should do? And he told me his budget, and I gave very simple, like, you could buy black sheets, you could paint them fluorescent colors for your clown room. He wanted a doll room. I just gave him very simple ideas, but I'm like, but do whatever, like, you feel is right for you. Be creative. It's your thing. There's a million ways to build a haunted house. Jesus. And me and Zach never have claimed to be right the way we do it. We just do things the way we like it. So, I mean, yeah. So when we have this guy sitting behind us who's just like, you know, like, and plus, you know, on top of like his douchebaggery, I mean, it's not so much the fact that he marched drum corps. He marched drum corps, that's fine. It's the fact that, you know, during the play, he's drumming and dudding and to the songs, and he smells like, you know, cigarettes and beer. Like, I think he was drunk. So it's like, you know, and here's the thing. Most of the drum corps people we know, I mean, like, we name, like, you know, the few that we're fine, that we, you know, don't have a problem with, but I mean, when we were first told about drum corps when we were a marching band, the people who told us about it were douchebags. So it's like, why would we want to go hang out with them for 3 months? And then, a case in point, one of our staff members got some girl pregnant on tour and now has a kid. Yeah. It's like, yeah, some real winners marching around, you know, I mean. Oh yeah, and being like musically trained or a little musically inclined, you think you could if you're gonna come to a play, you clearly have an appreciation for musical theater. So why would you be so rude to not only the people around you, but the people on stage? Yeah. Because like, me and Zach love it, and we know a lot of band kids who only have ever played the instruments appreciate musical theater just because of all the music they've heard and they've played. So it was just a weird situation. And I do apologize if I offended someone with those comments I made last night. I was just a little pissed off. I mean, maybe it's just a stereotype, but like, at least, I mean, whenever we encounter a drum corps person, besides those like 5 we mentioned, they're always like douchebags, and we don't know what it is. We just don't know what it is. I mean, but congrats to the Blue Devils. I mean, and that's the thing, we know, we follow it. I mean, we just... Honestly, I'm a Cavaliers fan. We don't... I mean, we won't... You know, what was it? 2006? I mean, I'm not a diehard, you know, fan, so I don't remember the years. But their 2006 or 7 show, Frameworks, like, I'll still watch that on YouTube solely because, like, that when they put their instruments down and they do the little dance, it was totally awesome. And then at the very end, the last shot is like a backfield shot, and the whole audience just to their feet, and I don't know if it's still true, but at the time they set the world record for the highest drum corps score, like a near perfect show, like a 98 or 99 or something like that. Something that hasn't happened. I don't know if it's been, you know, I don't follow it that closely, but so I mean, I do appreciate it because we music, and as much as me and Zach were like, you know, we kind of slacked off in band a lot, we still appreciate it. Yeah, I miss band. Fun fact about Zach and Jeremy, we're big Sousa fans. Plays you Washington Post. Plays the Washington Post. Don't you know? But can't you sleep? Slow it down, so you know just where you're going. Stop right now. Thank you very much. I need somebody with a human touch. Hey, you, always on the run. Gotta slow it